Hello and welcome back to Formula One Manager 22. Uh, so yesterday, or yesterday, was yesterday for me, but in the last video I was basically falling asleep while doing that. I felt like crap, woke up, felt even worse. Um, don't feel as bad now, so probably just a 48 hour thing, but um, yeah, I haven't watched it, so I may have said a few things that just didn't make any sense, most likely. If I did, then just ignore them. We're on to Jeddah, and we have after practice. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about it because you can't return back to the headquarters and produce them parts. So, fortunately, we won't get access to our new chassis until the next race. And at the next race, we'll also have the new side pods to go with it, and then we have that's it, isn't it? Them are the only two. So yeah, by round three, we'll have a fully ready to go car, which is perfect. Should I just go with it? And it'll take 84 days for it to be done, or should I do you 63 days and get the boost that you'll provide towards all of that? So we got you going, which will I think we should. And it'll give us that little bit more money then. We should theoretically look at maybe getting this done. We haven't obviously got the money, and definitely getting this done. No, not getting that done. Getting this done, which we can do. Oh, oh, we'll do that for definite. I know we just like spent all of our money, but we get paid again after this race, so it's all good. Anyway,
Formula One is back. Welcome to one of the fastest circuits on the calendar here at Jeddah. The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is about to kick off, and the atmosphere here is electric. The Jeddah Street Circuit has one of the fastest average speeds, as well as the most corners of any track on the calendar. Good high-speed downforce is going to make life in the fast lane a little easier for drivers here this weekend. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. The competition is on.
the competition is on. Well, um, yeah. Well, anyway, let's get to it, shall we? So, as you know, I use a calculator to do all of the setup work because, well, why not? Back to would be gap that and that, and then you. That you're right there. You're 3, 4, 5, and you're 0.5. And we are forgetting one thing, aren't we? Are we? No, we're going to stick with them, aren't we? Until they get to 50%, and then they'll become our testing equipment. Engine and gearbox there is the ERS will last a bit longer before we get a few more races than so we don't really need to worry about that. Right. Oh, you're only on 24 laps. I was going to say, why is the fuel difference? There shouldn't be. So we've got 8 softs, 3 medium, 2 hard, 5 inters, and 3 wets. I don't know what the weather's going to be. I think it was actually dry for the whole thing.
Check. Copy, radio check.
We don't need to watch you coming out. Right. And now we just sit back and we leave them to it. Same old stuff, different track. Hopefully, we obviously will be fighting at the back again. That's a given. Until we start getting serious production going on our parts and really start chipping away at these guys ahead of us, we're not going to break into the true midfield for a while. We're looking at second half of the season where we may be a bit more closer to some teams. But I'm hoping by then we're clearly faster than the Mercedes. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Than Aston Martin, hopefully. But if not, then it's fine because
Back on the car. Yeah. Car is okay. Copy.
not good enough though. If not, then
All okay. It's good. Just leave it like this.
leave it like this. No. If it's not, then we will hopefully be even stronger next season. Right? Why are you saying give me something good? Great, good. No. One. You. Thank you. What do you say? You say 10.5 on that, 8.2 on that. You stay the same at 10 on that. Okay. We ain't gonna get that many laps. So these ones, 12 laps, definitely not worth it. We need to be doing a bit more than that. We can't do 25 laps anyway. So you're saying that they could do 21 laps, is that right? 21 laps? Wow. No. And then you, what are you saying you need? So, good, optimum, great, good. Your front wing higher and your rear wing lower, 0.5, not 10. That's staying the same, that dropping to 340 and that going up to 10. Okay. Right. It'd be nice if after the first run in practice 2 we've got the setups down, so we can just focus on track accumulation or track knowledge. Yeah. At least our car setup, car parts are 100%. So they know the car's the inside and out. That's a bonus. Regardless of the outcome now, they won't be pitting again. Unless they come in because they've done all of their laps, their 20 laps. Then fair enough, or 21 laps for Latifi. As for Latifi, has he impressed me enough to warrant staying in the team? Yes and no. Yes, because he didn't spin, and no, because he didn't spin. No, I'm only joking. I haven't got the money to replace him at the moment, and secondly, he isn't doing too bad. He hasn't spun on this one. That's a bonus. But you're pushing your tyres a little bit heavier than what you should have done.
Car balance feedback when capacity.
Yeah, you carry on going.
No, good for me. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, good job, guys.
Copy.
21 ain't bad. Ooh. Well, you just gotta keep going. Yours is a step back. But, well, we'll see. Sector 1
Okay,
safety
there's a
car.
big crash.
Big crash.
Yeah, copy.
There's been a crash. Sounds like a single car. Let's take a closer look. Okay, here's the Ferrari. Thank goodness.
Okay. Well. Technology's up. But I was hoping that we'd be closer to 50%, but oh well. There we go. Practice 1 even is over. Sergio Perez with the fastest out there. Odd. Okay. Yeah, it's dry for the whole of it, so that's a bonus. So for you, it's great, optimum, great, good, and optimum. So now you want your front wing grazing, that stays the same. You want that 7.3, that 350, 350 again, but that 15. Yeah. Okay. We'll see. Whereas you had much better overall feedback from. So we're going to just see what. No, we're not, because that didn't actually do anything for this, did it? Okay, revert that actually. Go. Good. Great. Good. Let's see. 7, 5, 11, 9, 1, 3, 4, 5, and 0.5. But that isn't going to work. We already know that ain't going to work. Right. Put that right up there now. Down to there. Oh. 8, 4, 5, and 25. That just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you go that way? Well, see, the tool can be frustrating at times. That was a manual input, not originally I'd done it on the tool, but yeah, it just ain't gonna work.
Radio check. You hear me okay? Copy, radio check.
Yeah, green light, yeah, okay, carry on. Have fun, knock yourselves out, don't crash. Hopefully Albon was crashed.
Oh, and that's a crash. Here's the
Yes.
replay. We're
Okay.
just watching the Red Bull. Clearly, something went very...
Yeah, definitely something went very wrong there, but Perez would have been out in real life. I think they need to change the toughness of the cars. That would have put him out. We definitely want to improve the few factories, wind tunnel, CFD. We definitely want them improving so we can get more out of what we're putting in.
When you have it, give me feedback on balance.
Perfect. Well, you finish off your laps then.
All okay?
Not really. Not for
It's
him.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
excellent.
It's not okay. Believe me. Definitely not okay. Um, okay. Not 100% sure, but okay. Don't know how many more laps Latifi's got, but he's having fun. Oh, that's how many more laps he had. Apparently. Everything but the traction was optimum, or braking sensitivity even. The only change is that to 10, apparently. Okay. We can definitely live with that. Yep. Hopefully you get back out and get to give us feedback before the session ends. Albon's just being, stubborn with his setup at the moment. We haven't even got anything on it yet.
Someone spun out.
So, okay. Unusual. You don't see that name come up very often. You ain't gonna get to give us feedback, are you? You should. When you're almost at the end of your stint. Really? %100%. Really? Okay. 100% on that setup. We did 34 laps.
After a day of free practice yesterday, we wrap up with the third and final session before moving on to qualifying. Yesterday's action gave us a fantastic taste of what is to come, and the anticipation within the paddock continues to grow. Qualifying promises to be as unrelenting as ever. Only the best, the most consistent drivers can progress from one period to the next and stand a chance of earning a place at the front of the grid. Here we go, folks. It's time to get started.
Maybe I should just start skipping them. Right, we ain't changing anything on you. But you are going out on hards, and how long can you go out for? Is that it? 45 laps on them? Wow. That sucks. Go. Yep.
Radio check.
Yeah, radio check loud and clear.
That's green now. Green now. Back on the car.
Setup is perfect. Okay, so they both are happy. So they can both now just fully focus on track knowledge, which they've almost done as well. Good. Seconds off. Everybody's on softs, aren't they? Probably. Yeah. Perez is on hards, but he hasn't done a time yet. And Perez only manages here. On Sainz. Albon's faster than Latifi now. Ain't that funny? But several cars have had a crash again, really. Sorry guys, what?
We can take a look now. Now watch this. Here's the
Albon.
moment involving Albon.
Ooh, that wasn't your
There's the
fault though.
collision.
Yeah, I just said call in. Right. Ain't gonna be doing 45 laps on them now, are you? Yeah. Place that wing, go. Hopefully, people who decide to overtake give you a bit more room next time. Or you give them a bit more room, one or the other. Right, you're done. So you can come in. Your session is now done. Not that we can do much because all we have to do is just fast forward in until it's done anyway. There we go. So now we can just sit back, relax, and focus on qualifying, which we will be skipping anyway, because pointless us doing it. Actually, no, we'll do it, forget it, because we'll get knocked out anyway, and then it'll automatically skip the other two sessions. Or the other two rounds. So. Be nice if there was an option to say when you was done with practice, like, yeah, all of that's done, and it just automatically skipped all of the rest. Norris and Magnussen and Bottas are all on the hard. Gasly and Guangzhou, he's on Guangzhou even. He's on the medium. And there we go. I just want to get to the race, guys. Come on. Leclerc fastest with his teammate second. Well. Yep. Okay. Go. Go. Good, they got clean laps, well, kinda. Let's see if he lost half a second in that, but it makes no difference. I mean, we'll stay with the used tires. Just in case we decide to do one more run, but we're not going to. That's your point. Really, Albon actually.
Looks like there's been a lockup.
Well, Joe.
Let's
Yeah.
see what happened there. Let's take another look. There we have Joe. That lockup could have cost them dearly. That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
They got one more run. If they fuck that one up, then they're definitely going to be knocked out.
We've had a crash.
Really? Alonso?
Let's take a look at the replay. Now watch this. Here's Alonso's car. And there we see the crash.
Oh, okay. That's what Vettel did, but not Vettel, Verstappen did, wasn't it? Doing a really good lap around here, and he skimmed the barrier, but he clipped it just, which cost him enough time to.
They've crashed out.
Oh, Hamilton's crashed
Let's
out
take
now.
a closer look.
Wow.
Now just watch the Mercedes here.
Ooh.
And that's an off, and a big off.
Yeah. That's everybody's lap time screwed up.
And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it may have really hurt their overall chances.
But Hamilton will be through anyway. If we out qualify, maybe. Nah, I don't think we do. Oh, we out qualify Stroll. Well, one of our drivers does anyway. And Snowden got knocked out. Wow.
The time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
Williams had a good performance in qualifying. Now they'll be eager to demonstrate that they can have an even better race.
Really?
Aston Martin did a good job during qualifying, and they're pretty much where everyone expected them to be on the grid.
That
Now
doesn't.
it's up to them to defy expectations during the race itself.
That doesn't do.
And the sun is shining bright here today. This is perfect weather for teams and drivers alike to show us what they're capable of.
Well, this is certainly going to be a challenging but no doubt exciting race here in Jeddah.
Doesn't matter what the weather conditions are. In fact, weather racing will probably be showing more of the skill than dry racing. But yeah, and that doesn't bode well for. This is where Aston Martin were expected to be. Okay, nearly clicked on the button to go, which wasn't good. You're saying that? Really? He's faster around here? Hmm. Well, we're going to give you that. And we go with you. No. Put you on a 3. I think we should, shouldn't we? But I don't think you should be on soft straight off the bat. I think they would be better suited towards the last stint. Could we go medium, maybe? Do that. That way, that's actually slower. Okay. Well, I'm thinking that, but what was it, lap 20? And lap 38. But I think you're on lap 20, aren't you? You're on lap 21. Okay. That's fair enough. Well, I'm going to take a kilo out of both of you. See if we can see if that will make a bit of a difference.
Clear skies tonight, with the drivers having now arrived at their grid positions. Here we have Alexander Albon. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. Next up for the team, it's Latifi. Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid. Everything's been building to this.
Yep.
It's almost time for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
I think I've been building to this. Let's go.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Did they get to stay within the DRS train? Albon's on the 3-stop strategy, so it's good that he's leading the 2 Williams. Let's see if he needs to get back in to DRS range. And hopefully stay there. So the idea is that they use the DRS to. Oh, wow. Albon's trying to make a move past Vettel. Okay. The idea is stay within DRS and then burn less fuel. You chew up your tires a little bit faster, but you're able to move around the track a lot faster. But you'd need a DRS train for it to work, and Vettel's already 1.9 behind Tsunoda. Doesn't help.
Use DRS.
Doesn't help the fact that Albon's fighting with Vettel, and he's passed Vettel for now. Well, he hasn't even passed him yet. He hasn't completed the move and he didn't get past him. Should be watching Albon, shouldn't we, really? And he's now past him. And then he'll get repassed somewhere. Here. No.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
Oof, that gotta be close.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
They lost a position as well. I'm hoping when we bring our upgrades, we'll be capable of fighting it out with them a lot more easily. See, even though we're pushing the fuel, we started on 2 kilos less, and Albon's not burnt that far through. He's actually conserved a bit of fuel. There goes Stroll again. Albon. Wow.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
So if all goes according to plan, either a safety car will come out and we'll suddenly just save a load of fuel, or a virtual safety car will come out and we'll be able to conserve a bit of fuel, or we'll have to back the fuel off a bit at some point during this race. Got 7 seconds behind Norris already. Whoa, Latifi, bye. He just got past 2 of us, didn't he? Did he get past Vettel and
Looks
and
like
Albon?
a good move for Williams.
I want to watch.
Here's the
Okay.
replay. Now let's look. We're watching
Yeah, he did.
Nicholas Latifi.
Wow. He gets past Vettel and Albon in the
And they've really capitalised on that opportunity.
yeah, definitely.
The driver's team there cheering them on.
Don't cheer too soon. They're actually pulling a gap to them as well. But DRS line is coming up and they... Wow. And there goes Albon. And now the Aston Martins are right on them again. And there goes Vettel again. Oh, no. Oh, Albon made a
Take a look
mistake.
now watch this. Here's the moment involving Albon. They've gone.
Albon, that was definitely not cool.
And that's the lockup.
We just watched it. Jeez. So, unless Albon can get back onto this DRS train, his chances of being blown. Oh well. 2 Astons against 1 Williams. Yeah, Albon's losing time to these now. So he may as well just conserve fuel. Try and make time up through the pits.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
What's the tyre wear for everybody? Wow. Even though he locked up, his tyre wear is still in better condition than by, not by much, but by point something compared to Latifi. We could try deploying with Albon and see if he can
Williams
catch
there
up.
gaining several places in one go.
Might be worth it. Okay. Albon, deploy. See if you can get back onto this DRS train. Because your strategy kind of requires that you stay in a DRS.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Closed the gap, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Definitely not going to be enough.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
So he found a second in all of that. But also, it cost him a large sum of fuel. May as well go back to conserving. No, they're pitting, that's a bonus, but I don't think Albon's going to pass any of them. He could get into a DRS position on one of the ones that have come out. How many more laps? 5 for you. See, Sonoda gets past, which you will. And then maybe use DRS to close the gap.
That's a position gained for AlphaTauri. And there's an overtake from Williams.
Yeah, that's a lot closer.
Alpha Tauri gained a place.
Schumacher. So they're on 3 stops, the ones I've pitted already, but they're already wearing their tyres down. Which is a good thing. And the longer they get held up in this train, the better. And Albon's just, not Albon, Latifi's fuel conservation is going well. Albon's is getting better again. One. Stroll's got better tyre wear management. Mick Schumacher's really struggling to get past Albon, and he should easily be able to. He's on mediums, isn't he? Oh no, he's on hard. Okay. But Albon will be pitting soon. His window's going to open. I wonder if you can conserve once you're out of DRS areas like this one. Back, we see. It's if you can stay within DRS and conserve some ERS, because you can't, can you? That just cost you a load of time. Got Mick Schumacher crashed then. Did get DRS only just though. Yep, it's all good. Schumacher still can't get past him. What's the yellow flag out for?
Okay, there's a big crash.
Let's see what happened there. Now here we
Verstappen.
see Max Verstappen.
Lock up and then... Yep.
Dear me, they won't have been expecting that.
That ain't a big crash. Where does that power him? He hasn't got any damage either, from the looks of it. Hamilton, Verstappen and Alonso all pitting. Ooh.
Haas with an overtake.
Oh, Mick Schumacher's finally done. No, he hasn't. Yeah, he has. Finally done it. So one of the Aston Martins has pitted. Save harvesting. Not too fussed right now. You'll be pitching very soon. There we go.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Right. You're going on softs again.
Okay, box, box.
Okay, box.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
Albon's strategy didn't work out. His strategy was that he should have been ahead of Latifi.
Low fuel, so be mindful of that.
Okay, copy.
And if he has to conserve fuel, he has to conserve fuel. It depends on where he comes out after all of these pit stops have taken place. He'll definitely be behind
That's a
Stroll.
position gained for AlphaTauri.
You're onto the hard tires. Ooh. Wow, he's going to be... didn't lose that much time, really. And Stroll's tires are a bit older now. See if he can get within DRS and then and conserve fuel whilst in DRS. You come out behind your teammate. Okay. Well, this might work out well for you then, because you might be able to use each other to close down Stroll and maybe undercut Vettel. And Albon's within DRS range. Wow. Right, Albon, you're going to conserve fuel. You've got no choice, I'm afraid. We need to get that down to at least 0.3. And even though he's conserving fuel, he still passes Stroll.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Couldn't pass him. Okay. So bearing in mind that Latifi had been in DRS virtually the whole race, his fuel load has gone down from being 2 kilos underweight to being just 0.4 underweight. Albon, who dropped out of DRS after locking up, is had to go into conserve mode. We got the leaders coming up to lap. So we've got Sainz and Perez coming up. See if we can get you to save a bit more fuel whilst behind. You don't need to be burning all of that fuel. Oh, wow. That didn't work out according to plan. On lap 27. Sainz even pitted yet? No, they haven't, but they will be soon. And they'll be going on some mediums probably. Albon will be pitting in 9 laps, whereas Sainz Latifi is fine. But if all goes well for Albon, then he might come back out and be in DRS. If he's not, maybe the worn tyres of the other drivers will be enough for him to close that gap without having to push. But you've done well and saved fuel, so you can get back onto it. I think it's gone well. And there we go. Vettel hasn't pitted yet, has he? And
Aston Martin with a great play there.
these
They've
are only
moved up a place.
11 seconds behind. We can't see what the time is for a pit stop, can we? It's like 20 odd seconds, 25 to 29 seconds. Latifi? What happened? Oh, did you let Stroll through? No. Albon? Oh, because... yeah, they're being lapped. Okay. They're straight back on to the RS range of Stroll. Cost them 2 seconds to Vettel in all of that. Right, you're burning fuel, but you're 0.7 over, really. You can push again. Ferrari of Leclerc coming up now. Ooh, I didn't think he was going to slow that one down. So expensive to let the leaders through. Luckily, it's a 31-second gap back to Bottas, or 32-second gap. Who I'm guessing hasn't pitted either yet. No. Verstappen's doing well considering he's pitted twice. And he's only 32 seconds behind. Vettel is the one that's going to lose out the most in all of this.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
You can't, can you?
Looks
You
like
can't pit.
Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Well, you could, I guess, pit now, but go on to the hards, and maybe you could finish ahead of Vettel, but Bottas is pitting now. Vettel might pit as well. And he has.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Vettel still hasn't come out the pits. He's got to have gone softer, hasn't he? He's got medium. Okay. And he's going to get lapped. Let's go.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Albon will finish behind Vettel. Latifi will finish, if he doesn't lock up, screw up in any kind of way, he'll finish ahead of Vettel. So either way, we're in a pretty good place to say that we're competitive with Aston and capable of finishing ahead of them with very little updates needed. And Vettel's obviously on pressure tyres, so he's going to close the gap. But how much tyre wear is he going to lose trying to close that gap? My focus is obviously I want to finish ahead of Aston Martin. I need to be I need to finish 9th in the championship. Aston Martin are our closest competitor, so we need to finish ahead of them. We can't score points from here, but if we can, without any updates, keep up with them as it is, then we stand a good chance of, with updates, being a lot more capable. For now, we're just going to yo-yo around. Until Vettel catches up, and then, which he's doing so. What's his tyre life like? Wow. Yeah. He's pushing to try and catch up. Let's see if he 1.4 over the required fuel load. It's crazy. We could have gone 2 kilos with him lighter.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
Any reason why yours didn't come up with the pace option? We'll see how fast Albon can catch up now. It was a risky stretch to go with in the first place because it would have meant Albon needing a really good run, but well, we'll see. Vessel's almost caught up. You can see the battles going on ahead. He knows he's closing that gap, but
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Albon's slowly catching. I was hoping that the soft tyres would be a bit more capable. But then, who is that he's following? Not you. So it's your teammate then, huh? Fighting it out with Perez. Okay.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
No safety car came out, which was a surprise. If he catches those two ahead that have lapped him, which I don't think he will, but if he does, he won't be able to overtake them because he's a lap car. He'll just stay behind them, he'll get alongside them and then feather out. He won't actually go for the full-on overtake. But those guys should be moving fast enough to close the gap to the others ahead. But again, it'll be a while. Unfortunately, for the whole of this season, it's pretty much going to be kind of boring in many ways. Not a lot really happening, and
Low fuel, so be mindful of that.
oh, what?
Copy.
Increase, lift and coast.
Why did you say increase when it's lift and coast? Because you haven't, yeah, because the DRS. So that screwed your chances of catching them up anytime soon. Vettel, with his fresher tyres, has pulled a gap and gone. So note to self, don't put a driver on a 3-stop strategy unless you know it's a 3-stop strategy race. At least we know this track isn't catered towards there. Not when you start that far back. If you start at the front, then you might have a chance to pass those guys and build a gap up. But yeah. Oh well.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
He is saving fuel, not fast enough though. He needs to feather out of it a bit more.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Normally I would be going on 16 times. While the teams are not competitive like this, I might end up doing that. Because there's not really much to see when you're at the back. Fighting over 17th, 18th and
And a new position
17th,
just gained
18th,
by
19th and
Williams.
20th. If it was raining, that would possibly be a different story, because if there's breaks in it, you know, switching from wets to winters back to wets, you can make a lot of time up, but equally you can lose a lot of time in doing so as well. But we'll be getting ready to start the final lap soon. So that'll be round 2 completed, and new parts to develop, or to manufacture, and then we can see when the next development options are available to us, or time that we can use in the wind tunnel, etc., are made available to us. See if you can close that gap down and get back onto this DRS train.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
1.1, just under 1 second. There we go. Back into DRS range. Yep, last lap. Put you onto that so you can carry on conserving fuel, but Albon wasting no time. Well, okay. Oh, they got lapped. Okay, now that makes sense.
And Sainz crosses the line first. He's taken the win.
That's cheeky. And that one.
That's the flag.
Albon finished ahead of them, even though we did a 3-stop strategy. Okay. We didn't.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
I think there's still something we're missing.
Yeah.
That was a hard one. Copy box, copy box.
There's a few things we're missing. They're happy. So we was running faster than Stroll, for definite. Maybe not so much Vettel. Under normal circumstances, even though with the softs we did, but that's the power of the softs in the right circumstances, and there wasn't really the right circumstances, but at least we got money to spend. And our chassis is done. So, you didn't get a point. None of you did. Okay. Oh. What was it? Chassis, wasn't it? Ten days. When is our next race? So we can have one ready for then, or two of them ready for then. No, we don't want that. So we'll go emergency on two of them. We'll rush another two. We may as well build all four of them. Development. We been granted any? No, not yet. Another chassis design without any engineers or anything, and we could get it up. Even further. Wow. It's not going to affect anything here overall. Okay. just improves our brake. And it pushes us a little bit closer in everything. But that's without any engineers. Or any particular investment. Um, got a long way to go. A side pods, wasn't it? We'll get 4 done. Manufacture 2 of them. Not really worth it, is it? Not for the amount of time it would take. 36 days of 39 days. Yeah. Downgaze, I thought it told you when. Oh, 29 days before we get another next ATR period. So could we develop something in 29 days? That could help us in some ways. Could do that. And have it done in 27 days. It's not a massive undertaking, but no, we couldn't get that done in time. This was the only one, wasn't it? Get that done. And it would help a little bit more. Not a great deal, but what else could we do? We need, you see, I don't really want to do this one until we've got the right things for it. Because we're not going to gain enough on it. And that would take 50 days. Wow. What did we do with buds? $25 days with all of it on there. Yep, go for it. Did we? We did. So we've got both of our new parts on chassis and the side pods. And we've got another side pod coming and a suspension unit. And then when the ATR is given, we need to get a floor going for definite. Well, yeah. We've already done that. Heavy rain forecast. Ooh. Uh, obviously, that'll be for the next one. Round 3. So until round 3, I'll thank you all for watching and catch you in the next one. And hopefully we'll be that little bit faster in Albert Park with those 2 upgrades. So yeah.